Amsterdam International Radio.
See, look at his face. Look at his face. Look at his. I mean, you know what the problem is? Is his face is the problem with this entire thing. He's fucking too excited. Jeff is wet in his fucking pants.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what this is about, we got the Pusha T and Drake beef coming up right now. It's been in the media. Now, Oliver, as we know, loves Drake too much.
Don't exaggerate. No.
You're a stan.
It's not. I'm not me.
Yeah, you're a stan.
We're gonna get.
I'm not saying.
Look at his fucking shirt.
And I'm not saying I'm not a stan.
We're gonna get a close up of this after.
Jeff,
we're gonna get you behind the scenes.
I can put a picture on the Instagram.
We're gonna get a close up of this. I'm gonna get a close up separate shot.
Jeff is trying to drive sales to push it.
Wearing a King Push shirt.
This is an old merch. This is some old merch.
Welcome to Three Angry Men. This episode, we're gonna dig deep into the origins of the Drake Pusha T beef and the new developments after the dropping of Pusha T's new album, Daytona.
Genius album. I'll give him that.
So let's get
My name is Jeffrey,
Oliver,
and Nick,
and we are the Three Angry Men.
Let's get into it, Jeff. Why do you have a boner today? Explain it to us. Why are you
So let's get The most important thing here is Pusha T dropped an album last week. I don't know what the exact date was. I think May 23rd or something. Anyways,
Friday. It was last Friday.
Last Friday. Yeah.
Because they're doing every Friday.
Yeah. So he dropped an album, Daytona. And on the last track of that album, Infrared, he threw some shots to Drake. So on Infrared, Pusha T dropped some shots for Drake. And we thought it was like the basic thing, because Pusha T has been trying to get Drake into a beef, trying to drag him into this beef for a while now. Like, it started all...
This boy out here reaching. Pusha T been reaching.
It started
looking for the clout.
It started all like 2 decades ago when
Pusha's trying to get a clout.
Pusha
That's
T,
what he's trying to get.
I'm trying to give the history.
Pusha T is trying to get the clout.
I'm trying to give the history.
Drake's number one. He's trying to get the clout.
But let's roll back.
I agree.
Let's roll back. Daytona released Infrared last track.
He's trying to help his album releases.
Drake responded, but Drake has been trying to do this for a while now. Pusha T has been trying to do this for a while now, trying to get Drake into a beef. It started first with Pusha T via Cash Money, and there were some affiliated people there also, like Clips.
So you want to go all the... Okay.
I'm just going through this real quick.
Okay.
So,
but you're not good at explaining things.
Oh, you want to explain?
Go ahead.
You want to explain?
Because you're making it messy already.
Because I'm trying to give the history real quick. We will get into it.
Go ahead.
We will get
into it. I
feel like
he's making it messy, but go ahead. All right, cool.
So it started all Pusha T via Cash Money, Birdman, and Lil Wayne. There was some problems around there. Some shit with Pharrell not saying Lil Wayne to wear Babe shirts, but he still wore them, and all of that shit. But that passed over.
Taking his style. Lil Wayne was taking Clips' style.
Exactly. And Pharrell's not cool with that.
Yeah.
Ever since that moment, if you notice, Pharrell hasn't worked with anybody from Cash Money or Young Money.
I actually think you're not completely factual on that, though.
But nobody should work with Cash Money.
Yeah, well, you don't get paid. But I feel like...
it was also... money was also involved. Like,
Pharrell's definitely done songs with... Pharrell's done songs with Drake.
With Drake?
Hasn't he?
No.
On his first album?
No. He's not done any song with Drake.
I think he has.
Nah.
Or Nicki Minaj.
Nicki... No.
I feel like I remember something.
Nah. But Pharrell has just sit out on any Young Money, Cash Money. Also because he didn't get paid for a beat there as well. So there was some shit all going on.
Yeah, Birdman ain't paying people, man.
Birdman was not.
It's always Birdman's fault. See, this is actually this again is Birdman's fault. No?
Actually,
technically, if you trace all the way, it's again his fault.
Yeah.
Because you didn't pay. Okay, go
ahead. At least he ain't doing it no more.
Then after a while, Pusha T went into Drake for some reason. Like, there is not really clear to me.
Well, okay, so let me help you out a little bit. Because there's a lot of rap. Because I watched Pusha T after this diss track he released last night or some shit.
A while ago.
Yeah. He did an interview with Funkmaster Flex.
Yeah.
About an hour and a half interview where they're talking about the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he tries to explain. It's very messy. So even when he explains it, it's all over the place. But basically, it started with when he was going through label troubles and the Clips were on a hiatus. In that time, Lil Wayne was coming up. He was wearing Bape. Someone in an interview said to Lil Wayne, "Hey, you're taking sort of like the Clips' style." And then him being, the cocky rapper,
yeah,
started shitting on Pusha T for no reason. Just like, oh, I'm not taking this style. I don't want to be like him. I'm Lil Wayne. You know that. You know how.
Yeah.
And around that time, Pharrell said to Lil Wayne, "Don't wear our shit. You should not take their style."
Exactly,
And that
that's
whole
when
shit
the whole
happened.
thing started to escalate.
Lil Wayne still wore the clothes and
Still
caused
working
more
on it. Yeah,
problems.
and since then it's been like little jobs here and
Small
there,
stuff.
little
Yeah,
references.
yeah,
They don't
yeah.
like each other. That's really what it is.
Until Exodus.
Until he did
23.
Exodus, but where did that come from? That's what we need to. He
Yeah.
did Exodus all out of. No, I think someone said something or did something though for him to do Exodus. That's what I think. I think Drake also said something.
Drake has been throwing shots as well.
Drake said something. I think also, but I think it started again with an interview. I think Drake said something again also in an interview
And
where
yeah.
some shit he didn't like, and that's why he released Exodus. That's how I remember it.
Didn't Drake want to have a rap off with Lil Wayne? He said he would out rap Lil Wayne at some point.
Yeah, he said something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
That was it.
He said he said that a few
fire.
times, I think. Yeah.
That was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But anyway,
Anyway.
so Exodus, and then
So before Exodus, Drake had the song "Dreams Money Can Buy," and in that, Drake allegedly disses Pusha subliminally. So it's not a real call out, but everybody assumed it was Pusha that was being talked about. So Exodus comes out, and basically after that, for a while they were trading shots, like just
there was
bars. for each
something.
other.
There was something on New God Flow too.
Yeah, and it's also the fact that Pusha is really aligned with JC and all the Def Jam people, and then you have
Breathing heavy into the mic
yeah,
again.
then you have Drake with Cash Money, and Drake and Jay Z had also some issues going on and all that shit. So then Infrared comes around, and we
Yeah.
remember we had.
No, you jumping. 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Now you have to talk into the mic.
Okay, well, you need to pick.
Teach you again
You
how.
need to pick.
Well, when you're silent,
Come on, continue. Let's don't lose
2
energy.
birds, 1 stone.
Yeah.
My energy
Talk,
is fine.
talk,
2
talk.
birds, 1 stone came out about like last year.
Yeah.
And there he goes to Pusha T clearly.
It was on More Life, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. And he goes to Pusha T clearly.
Mhm.
Pusha takes that, and he was explaining again on the Funkmaster Flex interview. He's not gonna respond right away because he doesn't have like an in-house production team to just
Yeah.
be making songs quick. So he's like, okay, take it, hold it, and then come with the response back. And then we get to Infrared. Play a song for the people.
No, we cannot play Infrared because Def Jam is really stingy with the takedown, so we should not play it.
play the
Play.
piece.
Oh, okay, we're good with that.
Play just the piece of the disc. No.
peace. Yeah, of course. Let's do it.
So yeah, he does that with Infrared, and you know, it goes out there, and for the first day, people talk about it. It's an incredible song.
It's amazing. I'm just playing a snippet right now. This is not specifically the beat for you.
You play the part where
I would need to search in the song where it is.
you don't know where it is. What kind of fucking King Push fan are you? You fucking
Would you chill the fuck out?
It's here. You already said it. You're useless. He's being fired
You're
from the
talking
podcast.
over it.
Just being fired from the podcast.
Yeah, shut the
anyways,
fuck
don't
up.
worry about that.
But okay,
Anyway, this is him in the song.
Infrared comes on, and that's the whole.
It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin. That's the line.
that hurts. That hurts. As a rapper, that
The
shit
lyric he goes he's man. I hate you for not being able to play that part because he also says some. Find the lyrics at least, because useless Jeff. Because at least no, Jeff is really no. Because what he says is this is important. This is important.
It is important. It's
Because what he says, what he does is because he's also into politics.
Yeah.
And what he does is he connects Drake's ghostwriting to Trump winning the election.
The Russian hacking.
The Russian
Yeah,
hacking.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that you need to get because that was one of the most amazing lines I heard. Find it.
What adds to this is that Kanye produced the whole album.
All right, let's
you
get
know
into it.
Kanye's political stance with Donald Trump. That was also
This
a
is how the
throw
song
that
begins.
this at that.
This are the song games. The game's fucked up. Niggas beats banging. Niggas your hooks did it. The
This is
lyrics
all about
spanning
Drake.
equal to Trump's winning. The bigger question is how Russians did it. It was like Nas, but it came from Clinton. At the mercy of the game where the coach is missing, when the CEO is blinded by the glow, it's different.
That's the beginning of the song. That's why you're stupid. Could just play the beginning of the song.
We can play it again. Because you
no,
some
we're
bullshit.
good now.
You on some
Yeah,
bullshit.
fucking Pusha T fan. He didn't even know where the diss track is. Anyway, so he says that. Right, he says that.
Yeah.
And, it goes out there into the space, and people catch on to it. It wasn't serious yet, but the real hip-hop heads, we caught on to it. Like, okay.
We thought it was the usual shit. Like
it's the usual shit. Drake will say something later.
Yeah.
Like,
on his album, Scorpion, some bar will come.
But then, you have it ready?
He brings this.
When he starts off, my favorite part is this. He goes, I'm in shock.
The audacity.
And then he goes off on this.
He sighs.
And he jumps right into it. He jumps right into
Go.
it.
So if you rebuke me for working with someone else on a couple of V's, what do you really think of the nigga that's making your beats?
How?
I've done things for him I thought that he never would need. Father had to stretch
This
his
is-
hands out and get
this
it for me.
hurts.
I pop style for 30 hours, then let him repeat. Now you popping up with the jokes, I'm dead, I'm asleep. I just left from over by y'all putting pen to the sheets. Tired of sitting quiet and helping my enemies eat. Keep getting temperature checks, they know that my head overheats.
We'll just play the whole
Why
thing.
the fuck you
Just let
niggas
it go.
listen to Denim and Steve?
I
Must
mean,
have
you
had
turn
your
it down a little in the
infrared rolling
background.
your head in a
See,
beam. Y'all are the spitting image
I
of
love
whatever
this.
jealousy
This is-
breeds.
okay,
Don't
yeah.
be
I heard
when
this.
I'm
I was like, there we go.
Yes.
See, here's what I'm saying is, you see,
label talent goes. You send shots while I got a challenge
Drake
goes.
has, you can say what you want about Drake. I don't give a fuck. He responds.
He
You
does.
say whatever you want, he responds.
Yeah.
A
When he
lot of
responds,
rappers out
he
here,
responds.
A lot of rappers dodging,
good.
subliminals, da-da-da. The sensitive guy from Canada, he responds.
He's got some angry writers. Let's give him that.
Okay, well, first of all,
Yo,
first of all,
that is the most wonderful thing about this.
listen,
like,
man.
it's
Well,
so
nobody knows.
hard.
Nobody
it's
knows.
so hard. But it doesn't matter what he does. People will say there's some writers.
But
in
listen.
the room.
See, okay, first of all, Sia, you can shut your fucking mouth, because Sia wrote the entire life of Pablo. You can go fuck yourself, okay? Sia wrote that fucking thing. Go fuck yourself.
So what?
Sia and Drake, they wrote the life of Pablo.
But this is not
So go
about
fuck
Kanye.
yourself.
It will
Yes,
be
it
soon.
is. Yes,
No,
it is.
why is it
Of
about?
course it also is.
This is Pusha
Of course
T's
it
Drake.
See, I hate these fans that do it like this. Trying to dodge the...
No,
trying to
no,
no.
On what were the bars on Infrared? The bars were directed at Drake.
Listen. You all, as a hip-hop community, want to hate on this guy, right? For ghostwriting. You're
I'm not
supporting
hating.
someone who
I'm
also
not
has
hating.
ghostwriters.
I'm
No,
not
listen.
hating. I'm cool with it.
Pusha T also supports someone that has ghostwriters.
Yeah.
So then he says it, how can you rebuke him if the guy who makes your beats also does it?
His point
Only
is
two of the only good songs in Life of Pablo were Drake's song. Now I get why I like him so much. Because Drake made them. Those are the only two songs that were good.
And he says he's not the Stan.
Drake is a boss. It's not about being a stand. He's a boss. It's simple as it is.
This beat is just amazing, by the way. I just
Listen, man. But anyway, the point is, okay, everyone's trying to shit on him for ghostwriting, for having ghostwriters. He also writes for other people. He
Yeah.
wrote for a lot of people.
yeah.
And that's just the ones we know about.
Yeah. To me, the
So
Drake-
it's bullshit.
the-
This bullshit. Oh, you didn't write. We know he can write.
The Drake ghostwriting is not the thing that annoys me or anything. Like, I'm cool with that. In music, this should not be something that people should be surprised about.
Not nowadays.
Nah,
Oh, sphere
just
change.
music is a collaborative thing. If you like it or not, these rappers
wrote,
are.
what did he write? Party Next Door wrote Work.
Yeah. Like,
that's Party Next
Drake,
Door.
the whole OVO
He's
team works on
He's
each other's
worked on
songs.
songs. He's worked, but
Yeah.
he's written on songs for Rihanna.
For sure.
Done that. For Kanye, of course. He wrote
Yeah,
those
yeah, but-
songs. He did those.
Hey, I'm cool with that. Like, to me, Infrared was the bait. Just sprinkling some shit out there. He's been doing this for a while. He's just trying to get this nigga in here. Just trying to get him in the
Listen,
room.
man.
Just
But that's what I'm
trying to
saying,
get
clout
him in
Pusha
the
chasing.
room.
he hasn't dropped an album in 3 years. He's got to do it. Cloud chasing is a thing, man, and everyone is doing it now.
I don't
You
know if
need
this
to
is
do it
cloud chasing though.
sometimes.
To me, this was just they have some
No.
some issues.
Yeah, but this is an
They should've-
opportunity he saw.
he
to
saw
cloud chase.
after the Meek Mill shit. He saw that guy is like he's protective about this shit because
Mm-hmm.
actually, if Drake was okay with this whole ghostwriting shit, he would just let it go like Kanye does. Kanye just brings people in the room. He puts it on the internet, puts it on Instagram, Twitter, or wherever the fuck. People don't give a shit. That's why I think the Kanye thing is okay. He clearly doesn't give a shit. He clearly just he wrote on Twitter. He thanks Drake for writing his shit, for writing "Farther Stretch My Hand."
But you don't get the point. When Kanye does it, he doesn't get all this bullshit. He doesn't get people trying to.
Because he owns it.
Diss tracks. He also owns it.
Drake doesn't own it.
Of course, he owns it.
Otherwise, the whole Meek Mill beef would not be here.
Okay, but listen to me, right? If you have an album, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and you have writers on it, right?
Yeah.
And they're credited in the credits. What are credits for?
No.
What are credits for? Jim?
Credits are.
What are credits for?
Yeah, I
If you
agree
have
with
credits
you.
on something.
I agree
you're
with
giving
you.
that person credit.
I agree with you.
So what the fuck?
But why
what do
the
you mean
fuck
you
did-
don't own it?
why the
Well,
fuck-
he has to go on Twitter. Hey, here's all the people who worked
Nah.
on my album. You
Why the
fucking
fuck?
idiots.
Why the fuck is he
You
angry?
fucking put the thing. What is it?
No. Listen to me.
What is he saying?
Why the fuck is he hurt when Meek Mill mentions Quinton Miller then? Why the fuck
That's
is he
not
hurt?
how it went, you dummy. That's not how the beef went.
Still,
That's
Wait,
not
he
how. That's
mentioned-
not as simple as the beef went. No.
No.
He insulted him, right?
Yeah.
And he said that the Rico song. He was upset because the Rico song was the best song on the album.
Yeah,
and it was
but
Drake. And that's why.
That's why he was
shit.
upset.
Yeah.
Then
That's why Meek Mill was upset.
Yeah, but then that shit shouldn't matter. He shouldn't have
It shouldn't
responded
matter
to
to
this
Meek
shit
Mill.
then.
It shouldn't matter to Meek Mill. Meek Mill was upset. Took shots at him on Twitter.
Yeah.
And then he went like, "Look, you don't talk to me like that. That's just boss things. That's just how it works."
I love that. I love the
clear.
Meek Mill beef, by the way. The Meek
He
Mill
didn't do
Drake.
anything
That was
wrong.
amazing.
Everyone, I'm not surprised he has Ghostwriters.
But Duppy Freestyle was also amazing. Like, just the whole song. It was a perfect
Listen,
song
man,
to
I
put
don't
out.
even want to talk about the ghostwriting thing anymore.
I'm
He has
cool with that.
ghostwriters, so what? Still has number one hits.
That's not even the
He
point.
still
That's
makes songs
touching on
for
the
other
surface.
We don't
of
care.
this
I
whole
don't
beef.
care. You don't care.
That's
We don't
touching on
care.
the surface. No, we don't care. People keep throwing it in there as a cheap shot.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
easy.
really.
It's
I'm
easy.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what
And
I'm
and,
saying.
and I think Drake already has a leverage to begin with. He's already in the advantage being the top artist at the moment. So
Kanye
he
coming
can
out.
always use. He can if he says like, the disrespect. That what else does he say?
The
Like
audacity.
just
The
putting
audacity.
himself the audacity.
Yeah.
If Pusha would say that, nobody would take it seriously because Drake is at the top now. Drake can use that already. That's already like a.
The
And that's
line.
what
a pat
it
on the
is,
head
man.
like,
It's
hey, little
this
boy, I
guy
said
is
that.
writing for other people. He's helping other people get hits. He's doing the.
The line that I think can maybe spark some more shit with the whole good music camp is that I could never have a Virgil in my circle and hold him back because he makes me nervous. That line just hit a nerve, I think, with the whole good music camp because that.
That's a sensitive thing, but that's a real thing too.
Yeah.
because they do hold him back.
Yeah. No, I'm not
And
saying
that's
that.
these
I'm
are
really-
still
I'm
people
just
saying, "Oh, he's trying to take shots at Kanye." He's also who's the president of good music?
Pusha.
Exactly.
So
So those are also shots for Pusha T.
Yeah,
They're not just
that's-
shots for Kanye.
that's why I say,
that's
like,
the point he's
yeah.
making. Like this is you're not even top 5 as far as your label goes.
that one was also me. You're not even top 5 as your label goes. You send shots well. I got challenged those, but I bring the Calios to the Alamo. Like,
And that's like a label that has designer on it. He's saying he ain't even top 5.
nigga.
Designer fell off. We're gonna keep saying it.
I think the shit, like, everybody says this line, I told you to keep playing. I told you to keep
This is the line.
playing with my name. And I'm going to let it ring on
Bro,
you
you,
like
you
Virginia
cannot
Williams.
read. I told you to keep playing with my name and I'm going to let it ring on you like Virginia Williams.
That
That's a perfect segue into the next thing because he had this whole diss track, right?
Yeah.
But when this is the line, Pusha T admitted himself. He
Yeah.
said this is the line where he was like, okay, now we're gonna do something different.
Yeah.
like, we need to. A lot
Now,
of people.
before we go into this, I want to say to all my Drake fans, let's remain strong in this moment. Let's support each other.
While we take these
Like,
shots to the heart.
I want to make something clear.
Let us hold
Whenever you
hands
you
and
can
take a
beef,
deep breath.
you can have friendly beef, or you can have genuine beef with somebody. Could be like friendly competition and everything. But as soon as you bring family in it, shit changes.
Listen, man, on behalf of the
Listen.
Drake fans, what I want to say is
Never bring family or girlfriends
What I
or
wanna
wives.
say
or
is
that
we
was always
thought-
the rule.
But you see, we
There's one rule.
thought we were just rapping. Okay, so
No.
Drake did the Duppy thing, and it was dope. And the consensus was, oh, don't play with Drake. Drake killed him because, and I was on that side because like,
Me too.
we're just rapping. I was like, what can Pusha T say? What can he really say?
Ugh.
But you see, I thought we were just rapping, but then he decided to do this.
He did what he had to do.
See, this isn't rap anymore. This is some other type shit.
This is
But this
This
is
is
classic
just
beef.
violence.
this is bringing a shotgun to a
Hey,
knife
you know,
fight.
pause it for a
is what
second.
it is.
Bring it to the beginning. You see, my thing is, so Jeff sends me this. I want to tell the story. Jeff sends me this, right? I wake up in the morning. I swear to God, I woke up in the morning.
Yes.
First text I see is Jeff text. Really?
Yeah.
Now the first thing, and we'll put this in the video.
Yeah.
I see when I open the message. You know, when you put a link, it shows you the picture. I see the
Yeah.
picture. I look at the picture. I say, okay. I said, okay. I said,
I'll put a picture somewhere here.
I said, okay, whatever. Photoshop. We'll get to that in a second.
Oh my God.
I said it's photoshopped. We'll get to that in a second. But then we played a song, and as soon as I heard this, I had a problem. When I heard this beat, I said, okay. Not this beat.
Story of OJ.
It's about to be a surgical
You cannot
summer.
put this picture up there and use this beat.
Chop
I
the
heard
tops
this
off the
beat.
Coops.
That was the point.
The Cuatro Ciento Ochata y Ocho.
When this beat started, I was like, this is gonna be
Spider
painful.
joint.
I was like, this is gonna hurt.
Oh my God.
I was literally sitting there. I was like, oh Christ, what's gonna?
And you know we gotta cut the heads off these snakes, right?
Oh.
It's difficult for me to listen to this
Watch
thing.
the
No,
body
seriously,
drop.
when this beat came on, I was like, this is gonna be vicious.
But when he started with the
He
snake
takes
thing.
his time.
Yeah, he's going.
Drug dealing aside, ghostwriting aside. Let's have a heart to heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see that your soul don't look alive. The M's count different when baby divides the pie. Wait, let's examine why.
Yeah, I still
Music
think it's
for
gonna
the
be okay.
past few years been angry and full of lies. I
He's
started
taking
at
his
the home
fucking
front,
time.
I'm on one. Dennis Graham, stay off the gram, bitch.
Okay,
I'm
now that's
on
painful.
one. You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad.
This is where I started.
Marriage
Yeah.
is something that Sandy never had, Drake. How you a winner, but she keep coming in
Talk
last
about the
place.
dude's mother. I mean, come on
Monkey
now.
suit, Dennis, you parade him. A Steve Harvey suit, nigga made him.
Jesus.
Confused, always felt you weren't black enough. Afraid to grow it cause your fro wouldn't nap enough.
Come on.
Since you named
Come on.
Beyonce, let them know who you chose as your Beyonce. Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her. A baby's involved, it's deeper than rap. We talking character, let me keep with the facts. You are hiding a child, let that boy come home. Deadbeat motherfucker playing border
Why are we
patrol.
doing this?
Ooh.
This is not even the worst of this song. This is not even the worst.
The worst comes later.
Adidas press run, that's real. Love that baby, respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star, let her be your world. Yeah. How dare you put yay in my
nasty.
verses? I'm self.
We're not even there yet.
Hold on.
Yeah, you turned that down.
Me
Hold on.
versus 3
It's
curses. If we all
the
go
one that
there, let
most
me
people have a
lift it.
problem with comes in a
Already
second.
line with the greats. And on that same note, the only ones I chase are 2 ghosts. Still giving you classics. That's the only thing that dates me. OVO 40, hunched over like he ate.
This is like, come on.
Tick, tick, tick.
Oh.
How much time ain't got that man is 666. I got the devil flow, nigga. 666.
Guys,
He
Sir
took
Guy,
his
what did he
tag.
do? What did he do?
He took his
What did
tag.
he
You
do?
don't really want it with him. Yeah. Surgical Summer Volume 1.
See, what did he do? What did 40
We gonna
do?
take this slow.
40 is just making beats. 40 ain't bothering nobody.
Nah.
He's just doing his own thing.
Yeah.
Dragged him in.
There was no need for
Daytona.
that. This is the one thing that I have a problem with.
Album
this
of the
song. Like,
motherfucking year.
So that's the one line
You talking
that
about
most
you
people have a
upset.
problem with is the line about 40 because it was actually I think it was World MS Day.
Yeah.
Or it is World MS Day.
it
or
was.
Was yesterday
It was.
when this came out.
when this
It's,
came out, it was.
It was World MS Day. So
Yeah.
there was multiple multiple
Multiple
think
sclerosis.
he
Multiple
knew that?
sclerosis. He didn't.
He didn't.
He said he
Probably
didn't.
No.
He doesn't regret it though.
And I
But
believe
yeah,
he doesn't.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's the one I have a problem with.
He didn't know, but he doesn't regret it. He said that
Yeah.
himself.
But this is what
Yeah.
my people.
But in beef, I don't expect him to regret it. I don't.
Well-
Not now. Not now. At least he can maybe in a few months when the beef is over, he can say he regrets it. But right now, he should just stay where he is. Where he is.
I got a couple of people that love Pusha T, and that turned them off of the whole thing.
a lot of people were
this
turned
can't-
off. A lot of people were turned. A lot of people were like,
That
"Whoa,
was
that's
Yeah,
not
but-
even."
far.
I don't know. Like we have had beefs where people get into this kind of shit, where people talk about people dying and all that kind of shit. Like it has happened before.
I mean, look, man, I watch battle
But-
rap, so.
But
But I
Does
know
that happen there?
this is mainstream. This
About your friends dying?
Worse.
Okay.
in,
We're gonna get into that every week we say we're
people
gonna
need
do
to
an episode.
understand.
Yeah, they do.
People
They
need to
don't care.
understand. In beef, everything is allowed. As soon as you bring family and friends and wives and shit in it, the floodgates are open. You open Pandora's box.
But didn't always used to be like that.
It was always like that.
No,
It was always like that.
Well, Pac and
Beefs.
Biggie was.
It was always like
But
that.
we know how that
it was a
ended.
wife thing. Yeah.
So
Beef has always been street shit has always been like this. And these guys say
Pac-
at least
Pac-
that they
but not
street
for a
shit.
long time. He's writing it. And this is a long. When's the last time it was like this? This is a long.
It's a long time ago. But in hip hop a long
Generally,
time
nah,
ago.
man.
On
Ja Rule, Eminem was like that.
these
There
people
is an unspoken rule.
these
You just
people-
don't touch on family.
Well, Ja Rule and Eminem had it. They had
Yeah.
that. You know, Ja Rule came out talking about Eminem's daughter and shit. They've
Yeah.
done this. Nas and Jay-Z also went there for
Jay-Z-
sure.
Oh, JC.
They
JC
definitely
went
did
there
that.
and he
Yeah,
had
yeah.
to apologize.
He
or something.
apologized
Yeah.
even for some shit he said.
Yeah,
Yeah, they went there for
They
sure.
do apologize.
It happens, and
Yeah,
when it
look, I
happens,
mean-
people go far.
Well, you see, I agree with you, but it's more like I don't think he's not allowed, but I think it's like it's different. It's a different section, right?
Yeah.
It's like first we can do the competitive rap thing in this room, but when you start the family thing, okay, now we're in another room,
And that's what happened. to
and
me.
that's where we are now. We've
Yeah.
arrived in this other room.
It started with the line about his fiance, and then Pusha T said, "Okay, we're just in this room right now."
Yeah, but you see, this is a lot of hate. He was angry because it's like all he said was like, you know, keep playing with my name. I'm gonna let it ring on you like Virginia Williams. He didn't insult the woman or anything.
No, but for
He's
these
mentioned
people,
the name.
for us, that's not.
Yeah,
much. But for
well,
these people,
it's a
it's
lot of
different.
sensitivity. I feel.
Put yourself in issues.
These are rappers. They always sensitive.
If I was Pusha, I wouldn't go. Oh, he said my fiance. I think he just wanted to do this anyway. Use this
oh,
excuse.
yeah.
I heard it. Oh yeah, now I'm gonna fuck you up. Eh.
He was baiting him.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you don't have all of the. You don't have the picture ready. You don't have all the lines ready.
Yeah, all this shit ready.
Nah. He was baiting him. He was
so
waiting.
let's-
He
so
didn't
let's-
boil the frog. He went straight
So
like
let's-
from cold to
Let's
like,
give
bang.
Jeff his little Dane. This guy, his panties are wet right now. This motherfucker right here. This guy, look at
This
his
is
shirt.
amazing. I
He's
love
a
this shit.
huge Pusha T fan. He's happy.
Yeah, I know.
He doesn't like Drake. He's a Drake hater.
No, I don't
Go
hate
fuck
Drake.
himself.
This,
Listen,
this man needs to shut
take
the
the
fuck.
floor and break it down. Go ahead,
I'm
enjoy
not
yourself.
breaking anything down.
Break
No,
it down.
one more
We already
thing,
did.
though, you know,
We need to break it down. We need to talk about the diss.
something
Okay.
interesting that Joe Budden said.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Drake has the female fan base
Mhm.
that you
Yeah.
cannot detach.
So
him
this is the most hurtful thing.
Yeah, how can
Pusha's
you
doing.
turn the women against him? He's a deadbeat daddy. That's what
Yeah.
you say.
Well, first of all, he's not a deadbeat. Okay, so let me tell you something. As a Drake fan,
Yeah.
Is
right?
he? We don't know.
That's a
Is-
Drake stan.
Well, let me tell you
That's a
something.
Drake stan.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not a stan, you
As a-
little
as a-
bitch.
as a
If
Drake
anyone's
stan.
standing, look at your fucking shirt. You're wearing a shirt.
As a Drake stan.
You gotta show
You
the
fucking
people.
punk.
I'm showing my allegiance right now, but it could change.
Fucking stan.
I'm gonna be honest.
Get outta
If Drake
here.
does something better,
Get out of here.
with
He's
W
biased as
Freestyle,
fuck.
I was with him.
No, you weren't.
I was.
No, you weren't. This dude was fucking crying. This dude was like, well, Pusha T's gonna respond. You'll see.
I
You'll
knew
see.
Pusha was ready.
T's gonna say something.
I knew
You'll
Pusha was-
see,
but
he did.
And now he's excited. Shut up, man. Listen.
Go ahead.
The unwanted kid thing. Okay, so I'll say this honestly as a Drake fan. When it first, as a Drake fan, I knew this a long time ago.
It was reported. a
All
long
the
time
re-
ago.
all the
Yeah, the-
all the Drake fans knew this already.
Yeah.
When it happened, we all looked at it and we went. We all got together. We're like, okay, let's just keep it quiet. And let's shut up about it. Right? All the Drake fans knew the real. If you're really like a Drake fan, like you've been listening since like fucking
Yeah.
comeback season, and I heard about this Sophie. I
Sophie-
saw pictures
Sophie
of her.
was-
I
yeah,
knew.
yeah.
I knew the whole
There were
thing.
a long while ago. We saw pictures of them eating somewhere or something.
Yeah, yeah, the pictures,
Yeah.
and he was like, you know, even the text messages where he asked her to have an abortion.
Yeah.
because he didn't want to have the kid. I knew all of that.
That's
But
not
the-
very Christian of him.
Yeah, but as a Drake fan, I was like, let's just keep it quiet.
Yeah. Everybody was with it. Everybody
And
was
it
with
went
It did.
away.
Yeah.
I think Pusha took a mental note.
And then when I
already,
listen to
like,
this,
been keeping
And
tabs
he
on
starts talking about the kid. I'm like, God damn it. We got it quiet.
Yeah. No.
Brought it back.
Worked so
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
You ruined it.
But that
So,
that point, like Joe Budden was right. You what you said was right. Like the one group of people that always supports him and why he always wins shit is like the mothers, is the women who follow him, and if you can get them against him,
Mhm.
you can win the beef.
He
Well,
just
he
came
officially
out
did.
with Nice for What. So
yeah, and he officially got on him because guess what? Guess who covered this story?
mhm.
Wendy Williams on the Wendy Williams show.
I saw
Roasted his
TMZ. I saw Fulcher. All these
No,
gossip
but
sites.
Wendy Williams is different because that's a show that's very much targeted to exactly those
Yeah.
women.
that
right?
are always
Yeah.
talking about how
And
great
she-
Drake
yeah,
is.
and she roasted him like straight up on that. Like,
Yeah.
just
Oh,
on that.
you
Like
don't
you're
want to get
hiding the
roasted by
kid.
Wendy Williams.
Why are you hiding the kid?
But this is Black Twitter that's now against him for a part. Not everybody.
The
of course.
blackface is not good. So the
It-
blackface, I see the picture. I'm like, it's Photoshop.
But it wasn't, no?
It's not
It was-
Photoshop.
It's not a
It was a
Photoshop.
real thing.
It's a real picture. It's a
But
real
wait, what is the origin of that picture?
He makes a statement.
He explains it.
You read the statement because
Shut the fuck up.
Is
You
it
read
a-
the statement.
Is it a bullshit statement? Is it?
I'm not reading the
media
fucking statement. You,
cover
no,
up
it's his
media
statement.
statement.
It's his statement.
It's
No,
his
I know it's his statement, but isn't like the kind of bullshit they feed media to like turn the whole thing around?
No, it isn't.
Or is it
No, it
an
isn't.
honest like,
It-
oh, I
it's-
fucked
it's-
up, like
it's
He
Louis
like
CK?
explains.
It's like-
He explains
let me
why
read.
he did it.
I know everyone is enjoying this circus.
Let
but
me read. You read.
I
like
told
a
you to
bitch.
read it.
You're so bad. We're giving you English classes.
Read. Go ahead.
I know everyone is enjoying the circus, but I want to clarify this image in question. This was not from a clothing brand shoot or my music career. This picture is from 2007, a time in my life where I was an actor and I was working on a project that was about young black actors struggling to get roles, being stereotyped and typecast. The photos represented how African Americans were once wrongfully portrayed in entertainment. Me and my best friend at the time, Mazine El Sadiq, who was also an actor from Sudan, were attempting to use our voice to bring awareness to the issues we dealt with all the time as black actors at auditions. This was to highlight and raise our frustrations with not always getting a fair chance in the industry and to make a point that the struggle for black actors had not changed much. That's why he did it.
Yes.
Oh, there.
It doesn't help him.
The pictures are real. Listen.
It's
I don't
a
know.
valid explanation. Like it's a good
Yeah, it
explanation,
makes
but
sense.
it doesn't
Well,
help
it's
him.
the truth.
It helps.
It
him.
really is what
But
happened.
it
He
doesn't
did
help
because you can date it. So he said,
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
But
The people said that
the photographer who
Yeah.
took the picture spoke out about it.
Yeah.
The guy, because what they wore, so it's not just the blackface, but they wore like this clothes with like Jim Crow characters on it.
We haven't.
Yeah, with like Jim Crow characters on
it's
it.
on the
Yeah.
cover.
And the clothing brand was a clothing brand called Jim Crow Couture, which was started by a company called Two Black Guys.
Yeah, two black guys. Yeah.
And they had this line called Jim Crow Couture where they were making clothes with like Jim Crow characters on
They
it.
were trying to subvert the whole narrative, the whole idea of this.
to sort
era,
of deal with the issue
Yeah.
of black people and being portrayed in funny ways and
Yeah.
characters and stuff like that to deal with the issue. And he took this picture with them on for that project
Yeah.
to highlight that issue. I'm done.
What's crazy?
Yeah, but I all of what you said is true, and it adds to it gives context and everything. But Pusha reframed this shit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right this. As a Drake fan,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore it.
See, you're just going to ignore it.
you can't.
You're not.
It's a podcast.
No.
I'm gonna stand by it. I'm gonna
Ah.
say, all right. Okay.
How?
So one. Okay.
How,
Okay.
though?
But he got
How?
okay. To me, here's the thing. Okay. Okay. Let me explain. Let me explain.
How?
So he gets 1 mark. One.
What?
One.
Nah. Nobody
One
gets
mark. He has 1 mark
Nah,
now.
nobody for
This is
kind of
one.
shit, nobody gets shit.
This is just 1 mark.
Nobody gets a mark for this.
How
shit.
many marks
No,
is this?
nobody gets a mark for this.
This is one blemish in his career.
This not a blemish. This
It's
like
one.
This like a whole.
He has one thing. All right. This wasn't cool.
This is a
It
problem.
wasn't smart. It was before the music career, though. Dude was a teenager. His intentions were not negative. He did something stupid. All right. How many stupid things your boy did? Huh?
I was on opioids
But
for y'all.
hold on.
I was on opioids for y'all. Slavery was a choice.
That's
your
your
dude.
dude.
Kanye.
Who are we
That's
talking
your
about?
dude.
Who are
Kanye
we
now.
talking
your
about?
dude.
This
who
is-
he
That's
supports.
This
Kanye now.
Pusha T is.
No, that's my point. My point. No, my point. No, shut the fuck up.
Talk
No,
about
my
Pusha
point-
T though.
No. But listen, my point is this:
Yeah.
if
I kinda agree.
because we're talking, I'm talking beyond the beef, right?
Okay.
I can't
Because
agree.
if you have an artist
Yeah.
and they do something fucked up, especially before their career, okay, depending on what it is, we have to question that artist.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that for Drake, this is for me the first time where I'm like, all right, this is an L. So he has 1 L. Most artists have way more than
I
one.
think there's 3 L's in this.
This
Yeah,
one
at least.
one L.
At
One L.
least.
What other L?
This
What's
is-
the other L? Where do you get 3?
Look at this picture and tell me
How-
there's
how-
not
how
at least
is
3
count-
L's.
First there's that picture.
The way you're counting is false.
First there's that
Look at
picture.
you counting things.
The picture is worth 3 L's.
What the fuck?
No, no, no,
It's
no.
one thing.
This is blackface.
It's one thing. It's 1 L. Gets 1 L in his career.
And he's
1
the
L.
deadbeat dad. Come on.
He's not the deadbeat dad.
You just said it is.
No, so he's hiding the kid, but he's paying for it. He's paying. He's paying. No. He is. No. I'm telling you the truth.
Oh God.
I know.
He's hiding
okay,
the kid.
that might
He
be
is
true.
hiding the kid. He is hiding the kid.
Why does he not want to be in his
He's
life?
paying.
That would be-
This is the problem.
Drug-
Like this is what this is This is what mothers are hearing.
He's paying her. He's paying.
That doesn't matter.
The chick, it doesn't work. She just said she's living comfortably.
It doesn't matter.
Beside the point.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Why does he not?
Oliver. I'm so right. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? This dude is having
The
a field day.
fucking Daily Mail. Listen, the Daily Mail put this shit out saying he was a deadbeat dad.
Who's the Daily Mail?
It's a gossip site. It's the worst.
shit.
It's the worst kind of side of worst.
Yeah, but and look, that's because of how you framed it. But the truth is, he's had this kid with a woman.
Nobody cares about the
paying
truth.
for the kid. He's paying all the money that he has to pay.
Nobody
to support the
cares
kid.
about the
He's paying
truth.
all the money that he has to pay to pay.
But he doesn't want to be the
support
father.
woman. He supports the woman too.
But does he want to be the father?
He is. Okay, so here's the thing. They're not sure. He's not sure if
What's
he
a
is.
dad? He's not sure.
They're not sure.
Come on, Drake is not sure.
The story,
Drake
the way
is
I
not sure.
understood it, the way I understood at the time, maybe now he is, but at the time when it first started, he wasn't convinced that it was his son because this lady.
You think Drake
has
didn't
a
do a test?
history. The lady has a history.
She also took an L in this
of
one, by the
trying-
way.
The lady has a
Nah.
history of
She
doing
is
things.
eating on this.
Listen to me.
Yeah, go ahead.
The
go
lady
ahead.
has a history, they said, of doing things like this with people who are affluent
Mm-hmm.
to try and put them in a situation where they would have to spend their money.
Otherwise called a thought.
Exactly. She did this to Drake. My man slipped.
My man slipped. That's an understatement.
My man, you know,
He
a little,
stumbled.
you know, a little sidestep. Oh, you know, like a little one of those. And he ended up in a situation where this kid is now. So I think now he does know the kid is his. It's confirmed. He was gonna announce it to himself. He was gonna announce that this was his kid.
Yeah.
Now that he's convinced that it's his kid, right? And he's had the time to, you know, I think, you know, because you have assess situation. Because a lady comes to you, hey, I have your baby.
Yeah.
You have to give me money. You have to go do a DNA test. Then you find out it is your kid. You have to, you know, figure out how you're gonna. Because it's not like it's his girlfriend or his wife. This is a girl that he slept with, and she got pregnant, and now that's it.
Yeah.
So you have to think about that too.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's paying for the kid. He's taking care of the kid. Even before he was sure it was his kid. I think at this point now he's sure it is his kid. He's paying for the kid, and he was going to announce to the world that he has a kid. He does, as far as I know, he does also spend time with the kid. So that's not true that he's a deadbeat dad. It's not true.
It doesn't matter.
We're not
It's
going.
not true.
We're not
I-
going.
not
at-
true.
we're not-
I
listen,
appreciate what you're saying. You're right.
I'm
We're not
not,
listening.
I'm
I
not
appreciate-
going at Drake.
I appreciate what you're saying. You're completely right. But it doesn't fucking matter.
Look at his face.
No,
This is what I'm saying.
No,
is-
punching
no,
him in the face
no.
right now.
Like, I like fucking with you.
Oh,
like
it
that.
doesn't.
He's
He
so
just gets
happy. I
pissed.
hate it when he's happy. When
You
he's
just
happy.
don't want
is
his
when
happiness.
I'm
You
upset.
want to listen to depressing music.
He's happy. Jeff is happy. It's the worst day for me.
I'm just waiting for the response to this.
You know,
this
man.
song.
I'm not
But
like
so-
I don't care about like Drake's life. I
No,
don't. I
to me,
don't. It doesn't
like,
matter to me.
Normally,
It's
I would not
about this
care either.
diss.
Normally, I would not care either. But
That's an L.
it's the beef.
Mm-hmm.
The black. Okay, no. The diss is an L. Absolutely, I agree with you there.
So that's two
But-
L's already.
No, but wait, I'm talking about this different. I'm talking about his career. It just like things that people
Yeah,
do
yeah.
in their career. The blackface for me is the only one that I'm going to consider an L. I don't consider the kid an L. That's
the
the only
kid-
point I'm making.
the
But
kid-
in this diss, yeah, he took an L with the diss, of course. That's
The kid
beef.
situation, I see this as a temporary L for the few months now, or until for the few months now. This will follow him. He will get questions everywhere. His album will be
Yeah,
questioned because
but
of
like this is something.
This is temporary.
Well, you see, okay, so my thing is, the kid he didn't do anything wrong.
No.
That's my thing. With the blackface, he did do something wrong. That's what I'm saying.
The whole thing is that Pusha framed it in the perfect way.
Yeah.
The framing is what makes this an L. Like you got to agree with
my
that.
man
Like,
can
come
come
on,
back from this.
he can come back. Now I'm
My
not
man's
nobody.
gonna come back from this. If there's
Like if
anyone who can come back
you
from this, it's
think
gonna be
Drake
Pusha.
is
He doesn't
done
need to.
after this, you're wrong.
No.
You're wrong. Like
Yeah.
this can go much for. Like this is not even. We're not even at the middle.
Duppy was light work.
We're not
Honestly.
even. Yeah.
Duppy was light work.
But not
really.
even that. Career-wise, fame-wise, fan-wise, I don't think this affects him at all.
I think fan wise this affects him to a certain degree because he just put out Nice for What.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that part. Yeah,
But
I
he's
think
not-
people deep inside know
He-
that.
What
That's
has
what I
he
was-
done? Like you're full of shit. What has he done wrong? So okay, he does nice
No,
for what? Like
I'm not
support is
saying
strong. And yeah, people are shitting on him for that, but they're full of shit too.
The whole thing I'm saying is not he doesn't do anything wrong. It's the framing that hurts him.
That's true.
Wendy Williams, you said it yourself. Wendy Williams on her show roasted him for that shit.
Against yourself. This is like grabbing a boxer and going like
this is Jeff's day. No, but this is Jeff. This episode is Jeff. This is the name of the episode.
Let's do that.
No,
Jeff's
we're not
episode.
doing that.
This title is going to be
Jeff's
Jeff.
We're
episode.
not. I'm not doing
This is
that.
all Jeff's day.
I'll change the title of this episode myself if you guys do that. Fuck you guys.
Change it to Oliver.
This guy is
No,
happy.
but
Oliver takes
the
the
framing,
L.
like the same thing with Meek Mill with the Meek Mill beef. Drake framed that shit perfectly. Make Meek Mill seem way weaker than he was, and it helped that Meek Mill just didn't respond in time.
Mhm.
So the framing is with these beefs right now. If it was like 10 years ago, this would not do anything. This would not hurt him at all. But right now, with the Twitter era, with Black Twitter, with all these TV shows coming at him,
Let me tell you something. Though.
go ahead.
One of the number one reason to me
Mhm.
that this was so effective is because people want to see my man's fail.
True.
Of course.
They
True.
want to see him fail.
There have been a lot
People
of
have been
people-
waiting. They've been waiting for him to be taken down. People don't like it when someone's up on that throne for too long.
No,
And he's
especially
been up
in hip-hop.
there,
especially in hip hop.
flawless, undefeatable,
It was a problem for people.
untouchable.
It was a problem.
Thanos, they would call him.
He was too
Dranos.
strong.
That was the nickname.
He was too powerful.
He was Dranos.
just like Kanye needed to
Now
be
we
put
went
down
from
a little bit.
Dranos to Pusha Thanos. That's what we're saying now. They switched it up. This is the memes on the
Pusha
internet. This is
Thanos.
the memes on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm not making this up.
He's
I'm not making this
disappearing.
up. This is what they
He's
call it.
disappearing.
When
He's-
Drake
he's-
did Duppy, they said Dranos is undefeatable. Dranos, strikes again.
Hey man, like,
And then
think
Pusha T
about
did
it.
this, and they said now it's Pusha Thanos.
What better way could Pusha T have done? What better strategy could he
He
have
could.
cooked up
This is the perfect strategy.
to
No one-
promote
I mean,
himself
I didn't see
again
this-
after 3 years of not dropping anything?
I mean,
This is genius. Nothing
The
better.
whole problem.
Nothing.
We will get into this a little bit later, but the whole problem for me with this whole beef is Daytona was already almost perfect for me.
brilliant.
It was.
This was not needed.
But now a lot more people are going to
promote
listen
it.
to
Yeah,
it than people
Yeah.
that would have. We're
exactly.
going to get to it a lot quicker.
With the whole Kanye baggage, people would have
like-
listened to it.
Half
No, I
the
don't think-
people
I
that
think-
I know
no, I
that
don't
listen
think
to it because of the beef.
A lot of people don't even know that
'Cause they're
Kanye
like-
produced it. That's us.
Yeah.
We know shit
Mm.
like that. People don't
Yeah,
know
but
that he produced it. He
Pusha-
produced the whole thing.
Yeah, but
every
Pusha
single
makes
beat.
makes music for people like us. Like he's been out of the
But
mainstream for a
now,
while.
but my point is,
Yeah.
now other
yeah, I
people
understand.
gonna come
I understand.
in.
I understand.
Like, who is this Pusha T guy? The Drake beef with Meek Mill even gave Meek Mill clout. You
Did-
know? Even people, there were people who
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
really
yeah.
listen to Meek Mill. Were like,
Yeah.
oh, who's this Meek Mill guy? I know
Yeah,
people
yeah.
now, friends of mine, who are like, oh, they're like Meek Mill fans now because of the beef.
And they claim they've been fans for a long time, probably.
But they're fans because of the beef. They know DC4
Yeah.
and wins and losses right after the beef.
But that's also why Drake
A lot-
sent him the invoice after Duppy freestyle.
Yeah.
Because
which was dumb.
that was brilliant.
That was
also.
And he
pretty
should-
good. Yeah.
Hey, and
It's like,
Pusha
whoa,
T,
that's boss.
especially now, Pusha T, you pay that man his money.
He should. actually.
You pay that
He
man his
should.
money.
You should. He
Now
should.
you pay for that shit
You
because
should.
this is real clout that you begin.
And
you
you'll
know.
be able to because we're gonna stream your shit.
Exactly.
A lot.
Yeah, but like, just the whole.
So if I'm so okay, so he hit him hard. So we break it. We have the blackface one.
And
So-
listen. Though.
Yeah,
Another
let's break it down.
another
Let's break it down.
reason why he had to do it this way is because he's now associated with Kanye in the production. People have been falling
Yeah.
off Kanye hard lately, and they've been producing this shit before Kanye went crazy again on Twitter.
Yeah, but it's also
It's like a strategy.
it's also a gamble
I
because
think that's
everybody's now going to say, yeah, like Oliver said in the beginning, your guy also has ghostwriters. Your guy also has
That's how
this
I
problem.
feel. That's how I feel. It's like you can shit on him,
Yeah.
and or you were trying to hide it, and people keep making this fuck. Even with the Funk Master Flex interview with Pusha T that they just released, we got a story to tell. 2017. He was like, oh, if you're not really writing and doing your own, because Funk Master Flex is very serious about this. He was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first person to go at Drake heavy for this
Yeah.
back in with the
Funk
Meek
has
Mill
a problem with Drake for a
thing.
while.
He
now.
doesn't like it when people don't write. He's like, well, if you're not writing your own songs, it's fine, but I don't want to hear top 5 talk that you want a top 5. It's like, first of all, other people called him top
Yeah.
5. It's not like he said, I'm the best MC. Da, 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 da.
He says that, but Other people call
as
it.
a rapper because
Yeah.
he raps.
Yeah.
Because he just raps and he does his things, but he's always
Of
been
course.
about making hits. He's
Of
always
course,
been
of
about
course.
making hits. He's always been about making songs for the women. Take Care is an R&B album.
For sure.
Come on.
Yeah.
He's
You cannot
always been
deny
doing
that.
that.
Like that's
So
also,
how-
that's also the thing. You cannot use that as a, especially if your guy, if Kanye is your man and produces shit for you, works with you, you run his label.
Yeah.
You cannot use that as a.
That's my thing.
But
That's my thing.
at the same time, people should not discredit Drake for that. Drake is still like probably
Drake
the
has-
best artist right now.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's
Pop
not going to
style
affect
for
him.
30
In that-
hours and
in
let
that
him
sense,
repeat.
It's not going to affect him. It's not going to affect his paycheck.
Who?
Drake.
Oh, yeah.
It has no effect on him, really.
No. That part doesn't have any effect
No.
on him. The other shit in this.
I mean, in the long term, it depends on how far we're seeing the beginning of this. It might have a serious effect on him because now it's gone out of. Wendy Williams even said it. She said, like, now it's no longer just on the hip hop radio shows and everything.
No.
It's here now.
That is the
Now
problem.
We're talking about
That's
it's
why I'm.
mainstream.
Well, that's why. I
So
say
it
it's a
becomes
problem.
like
That is a
now
good
we're
point.
talking like Hollywood scandal
Yeah.
show, like Entertainment Tonight and
That's what
shit,
I'm
like
saying.
those kind of people.
I mean,
That's what
now
I'm
it's
saying.
going like there.
that
You
is
know?
true.
That is why I'm saying it's a problem that the
Damn it.
Daily Mail. that
So it's good for
Vulture-
hip hop, though.
It's
It's good for hip hop.
I love how
amazing for
I
hip
love
hop.
how he's like,
Thanks, Drake, for taking the L
Oh
for hip hop.
yes, yeah.
Man,
it was
listen,
bound to
man.
happen. It was bound to happen.
listen,
Man, I love Pusha T, man. I don't know. I gotta love.
I got him to my side,
I already was leaning.
but there was
Because, just because of the bars.
there was already some shit in here. For instance, where's this bar? The nappy hair bar.
What helps him is that the album was so good.
the album is incredible.
So
Like,
good.
the album is
Confused,
absolutely incredible.
confused.
Incredible album.
Always felt you weren't black enough, afraid to grow it because your fro wouldn't nap enough.
You know what happened to my stomach when I heard that shit? I swear to Jesus. No, I'm not joking. I heard that shit in my stomach. Jesus. I said, what is this? I was like, why are we doing this? We weren't doing this. This is not what we agreed to.
No,
when we started
no,
this. We didn't say we
no.
were gonna do this.
No.
He starts doing this.
It's like when someone screws you over on a contract on
You're
the
like, whoa.
small letters.
You're like, whoa,
Like
whoa.
you're questioning
buddy.
his blackness.
We didn't discuss this.
And you know
God.
Drake has struggled with it before, the identity.
He has. It's a
crisis.
real thing.
Yeah.
He's talked about it before.
Not as much as Logic.
Yeah, Logic.
Logic has a real
I'm
problem.
biracial and I have
I
glasses.
don't even want to talk about Logic.
Every time we mention Logic, it's like, we're not going to talk about it.
At some point ever.
One
Wow,
day.
that-
one
No,
day.
but-
What do you-
but-
what
This-
do you-
this
But
was
he hit
just-
him hard. He hit him hard.
This was it's 2 lines though, and it still hits like a fucking bullet in your stomach.
Because Pusha T is the better lyricist.
Yeah, I
No,
think
it's true.
I think it's
No,
It is.
I think he is.
that's not true.
Come on.
I think he
That
is.
really isn't.
I think he is.
Drake is never
Drake
gonna
is the better
out-rap Pusha
artist.
T.
If we're talking about
Yeah.
songs, if we're talking
Mhm.
about the
Yeah,
whole
we're not saying
package,
Pusha T is a better artist.
You'll
That's why
always
he needs
discredit-
Kanye producing this shit.
I'm saying
Hey.
I'm not saying he's that much worse than Pusha. I think just Pusha's a bit better. If you would have them in
lyrically.
line- rap,
Yes.
yeah, rap. I would have
No.
Pusha.
That's
what I'm saying.
Like if we would have them
No, I
here,
don't think so.
I would put him just a bit higher. I would put Pusha a bit higher.
No,
Pusha
I
is
think
also-
people. I think people discredit his Drake's ability of lyricism because that's not his only thing he does. But his lyricism is well proven. If you
It's
go
well
deep
proven.
into his,
It's
into
really
his-
he's
his-
really good at. He's a really good rapper. I'm not saying he's
work.
not a good rapper. He's one of the best. But I still think
He's
Pusha
not a raw MC like Pusha.
exactly.
He's not a raw MC because he doesn't talk about drugs and whipping
No,
shit. And
That has nothing to do
Just
with
'cause
being
of that.
an MC.
You can, if you do like
What? Give me to explain to me.
to me, if you're doing artist shit around it, you don't focus on one shit. So your main thing is not that rap. You also have that singing going on. You're also doing some producing.
But that's
and-
even more why it's impressive.
That's why I say he's the better artist.
That's why it's even more impressive. because
Yeah,
he's
it's more
doing it
impressive.
on the side.
But if we're
This
talking
dude
about
spent
if we're talking
this
about
dude
rap
is 40.
alone,
This dude spent fucking 40 years of his life to be able to rap like this. This dude does it on the side and raps just as well. So
it's amazing.
that's
that-
my point.
That is amazing.
That's
Disagree.
my point.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
am disagreeing.
How
can-
does he disagree?
You can
So,
have a discussion.
how do you disagree?
This one.
Okay, so you're saying Pusha T is more lyrical,
Yeah.
better lyrically.
Yes.
How? Based on what?
Take the song, take the diss track, and listen to it very well once again.
Listen.
And look at it as a whole work of art.
Pusha T is a great lyricist. I just think it's too there's not enough evidence. I'm not saying Drake is better. I'm just saying there's not enough evidence for me to say that Pusha T is the better lyricist. That's all I'm saying. Not enough evidence for me.
What did you
Just
tell me
because
the
one
other
focuses
day?
more on. Just
Is
because
the,
one.
is the best album of the year so far.
True. It is.
Well then, how is he not a
It is
better
best-
lyricist?
What is it? Than Drake?
Yeah.
I think he focuses on lyricism more, and therefore it stands out more. But I think if you take
Right.
okay, so
So
if
we
you
have
take
the evidence.
okay, but if you take any Drake song where he decides there to focus on lyricism, like something like 6 p.m. in New York, there is nothing there that I find lesser than his best work. If we were and I would take this album as that. That's me though. If I take like what he does on like Come Back Baby, which I would say is like lyrically genius, on this Daytona album, right, of Pusha T,
Mhm.
and I put that against, you know what I mean, Drake when he's lyrical. Things like 6 p.m. in New York.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
It's like 5 a.m. in Dallas. Those the AM PM series in particular,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
I put those two next to each other. I don't really go, oh, this is way better than that. I don't
No,
really feel that way.
that's why I
I
say
don't really feel that way. That's what
they're
I'm saying.
comparable. They're comparable.
That's
but-
me.
I genuinely think that Pusha has that tiny bit more because he's specialized. That's how I see it.
Drake more as
But
a
I still
pop
see
artist.
Drake. I
a
still
way.
see Drake as the better artist because he can do it all.
Of course, people see Drake more as a pop artist, but he is more of a pop artist. But we're
But
talking.
I still see him
we're
as a
talking-
rapper.
We're talking about
Yeah, his
capability.
music- yeah.
I'm talking about capability. Yeah, not
I don't
just
think
about.
he's shown it enough.
I'm talking about proficiency. Your capabilities, I understand. With capabilities, I agree with you. He is the better artist in general. He can rap, sing. He probably
No,
even
but not just
produces,
because
he
someone
writes shit.
specializes in something doesn't mean they're better. You can specialize in someone, and someone who does other things can still be better at you at the thing that you specialize
I
in.
agree with you again, but I still think that if we talk rap alone, if you compare Drake rap alone to Pusha rap alone, Pusha gets that edge. To me,
All right, fine. I don't agree. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think so.
yeah,
I really don't think
that's-
so. No, I
that's
really
all right.
don't.
That's all
I
right.
genuinely don't.
that's all right.
I was waiting to see what
I
Drake's
generally
gonna
don't.
come. What Drake's gonna come with right now.
What can Drake come with? Like, what? Let's talk about that. What,
I mean, since
what should
Pusha
Drake do?
T already went there now with the family and that stuff, I think there's no more rules now. That's
Should he
why-
go
that's
after
why I'm
Malice? Should he
curious.
go after No Malice?
That's what I would do, and that's what I think
He
he'll
would.
do. That's the only thing. That's because Pusha T. I'll give him that. It's hard to find things
Yeah.
to hit him on his career.
The only thing I
there's
can
some
think
things
of
there,
is
but
No
there's some
Malice.
things. No, I think there's some things there.
Because he's already been dissed about not really
Like-
being a drug dealer and that kind of stuff.
He already used the ammo on Pusha regarding Pusha not being in the drug life because he needed to be. It was like No Malice said in an interview before, they were not poor or anything, they just wanted to be out of that life.
Cool. Wait, what?
They said it in an interview.
No,
No Malice said it in
No, I believe the story is like Pusha T's brother was the drug slinger, and Pusha T was just like one of the few people that was once in a while involved in, his brother was running the whole operation
Yeah,
with
yeah,
other
yeah.
people.
Yeah. So they were like,
They
You-
used to rap together. They used to be a group.
Yeah. They were clips, of course.
Yeah.
But he already used that on the first song, or he should extrapolate on that and just go off on that.
I
But
think that doesn't
No,
hit him
What?
as much though. He needs to go in.
No,
don't
I
know.
wouldn't go on Malice like that. I would go on Malice with the separation
Mhm.
of the clips, because that separation came because Malice quit.
Yeah.
I think it's because what was the reason that Malice quit again? Because he was gonna quit rap because
He
he
went-
became religious.
he
or
he
something?
became
Yeah.
religious.
He
Yeah.
became religious, and I hit him there.
Is
I
that,
hit him with some shit like
Oh,
that.
you're gonna piss off some people that are.
yeah, but I don't think that
You're not gonna make any fans
That's
like
it.
that.
I hit him with some shit like that.
Drake is already done with a segment of his fans right now. Like
Yeah.
he should, if he does it, he should just go for it.
I would hit. I don't know that much about Pusha. You're the
Destroy it
Pusha T
even
fan.
more.
I don't know that much about Pusha T too, but I would
don't-
hit.
I
I
don't
would
know
hit
that
him with
much.
that.
He could hit him out.
I would hit him with that. I would hit him with. I would keep beating Kanye up. Just fucking. So I would just do that. I would just. Keep
You would
doing
have to do
too.
that.
I would just do that association thing. Just
You
keep
would
beating
have
him up.
to go after Pusha's integrity because
Yeah,
that's
because
the-
you're still associated with him closely too,
Yeah.
very closely. So I would just fucking just wail on him with that. I would hit him with the No Malice thing, with his brother. Now was his brother's was just kind of there's some weird shit with his brother. The shit with his brother is not completely clean. That situation, it's not. there's dirt there. I don't know what it exactly is, but there's something about that shit is not
He needs to send
clean.
a group of researchers out to find some shit out. Then
I think it's out there. The shit with his brother is not completely clean. He's not completely clean. And a very interesting theory,
go ahead.
courtesy of the Joe Budden podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know all that. On the Joe, you watch it a lot.
I
You have Joe Budden, and then you have the
You have Rory and Mal.
yeah. And who's the redhead? Who's he?
Rory.
Okay, so Maul's the other guy.
Yeah.
He said this. He said, interesting theory. He's saying that because Drake said the line about Virginia Williams,
Mhm.
right? I'm gonna let it ring
Yeah.
over you like Virginia Williams. Him putting that out and going there means that he has some shit on Virginia Williams. He has more there.
Yes.
Yes.
That's why he said it,
yes.
right? And because Pusha T knows that he might have more, that's why he went fucking
Oh,
extra.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's why
yeah.
Pusha T was like, "Oh shit,
I gotta hit him first before
he
gets me.
comes with, oh, by the way, I fucked your bitch," like some shit like that,
Most likely with Drake, it could be
which
something
could
like
be
that.
true
But
because he
That
does that a
alone-
lot.
Yeah.
He
But-
fucks a lot of his enemies. The girl, I think,
hold up. Imagine if
fucks
he
a lot of enemies. His
imagine
girlfriend.
if
He
he
did
said
it to
that.
Meek Mill.
Yeah, he didn't.
He did that with Meek Mill. He did it with Chris Brown. I think even with Joe Budden, he's done that.
Shit.
There's that whole thing.
Yeah, with Joe Budden
yeah,
too.
yeah,
With Joe
yeah,
Budden
yeah.
too. There's a story that he had sex with one of the girls he's dated.
Sorry to hear that, Joe.
But hold up.
So
Sorry to hear that.
right, that is a thing, right? There's a story out there.
I think
there is a story out there.
Hold up. If Drake
So he does that.
if Drake does
So
that,
I feel like he has that in the cut,
but hold up. If Drake does that,
or like his girl, or like his sister, some shit like that. Like maybe Virginia Williams has
But-
a sister, some shit like that.
if Drake does that, this shit goes to whole other. This is already bad right now. This is already deep into. This is a whole another chamber.
If I'm Drake and I fucked Virginia Williams, I'm putting out a video straight up. Like I'm doing violent. I'm done now.
like some Ray J shit.
I'm putting
like
out
that
the
way,
fucking
flexing in front
hell
of the
yeah.
camera.
If that
hell
happens-
fucking yeah. I'm
if
doing
that
it just
happens,
to
if
putting it
Drake
out.
puts out a video or
Get
some
the
shit,
fuck out of here.
if Drake puts out a video or something, we will get a Biggie Pac situation.
If I'm Drake,
Yeah.
I'm done.
If
I'm
he-
putting out videos.
Nah.
I'm putting out phone calls between me and people that could incriminate this guy. I'm putting out all sorts of shit. I'm getting Baca, right? To fucking look for this dude.
Yo.
If he sees him, beat him up and film it. Like I'm doing some
Yo.
shit. I'm just not playing. I'm
Yo.
doing because now you have to do some wild
Yo.
shit to shut the shit
Yeah,
down.
you gotta take it out to the streets.
Or you take the Charlemagne approach. And you tap out.
yeah,
Charlemagne
said it.
Charlemagne said you should just leave it.
Before we came in here, I was
Yeah.
watching a live stream where he just said like, either he goes in fully, like you said, he goes the 100%. He just brings everything and just tries to destroy Pusha. Like they are going to just have a gunfight in the street, or he taps out.
Because that's what Jay-Z did. Historically, that's what Jay-Z lost that beef with Nas.
No, yeah.
He did. Jay-Z lost that beef with Nas,
Mhm.
but he beat him with his career.
That's what I'm
That's what
gonna
everyone
say,
says.
man. Like
This
Okay.
that is Drake's.
Pusha
That's
T,
Drake's weapon.
if Drake leaves it now, Pusha T wins. But what is it really gonna matter on Drake's career? He's good, number one artist right now.
The problem is Drake's album is really close.
Mhm.
So
I'm delaying that shit if I'm him.
that's the only thing. If
Yeah,
he does
let
that,
it fade.
he should delay for a year or for a few months. He should delay for long enough time to let all of this pass.
But Kanye's album is dropping Friday.
And that's
Where all the attention is gonna go, and people are gonna shit on Kanye.
Yeah, but that's also what
So-
Pusha T also said that he feels that Drake is also one of the reasons that Drake was so upset is also because of this.
Yeah.
So that there was the infrared line,
Mhm.
but it's also because Drake said he was gonna release his shit in June, and all of a sudden Kanye's like, "Oh, I'm gonna release my album and me and Kid Cudi album and Tiana Taylor album
And Nas.
Pusha T Nas album, who the whole world's been waiting for this Nas. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do a Pusha T album before that, and then Pusha T album comes in May, and it disses him. He lost his shit. That's what he's like,
And
because you take all the attention away
the
from it.
craziest thing about that is Drake was with them in Wyoming recording this
Exactly, he was helping.
shit. So
them.
he was
I forgot
helping them.
about that.
He was helping Kanye.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
helping
before
them
this
with,
shit
with
happened.
with the Kanye album, he was there.
He said
He
it
was
on
helping
Duppy Freestyle. He was just there.
I just left from helping you out.
Missed that one. Yeah.
So yeah,
Forgot
so
about
it's
that.
like, So it's like he just left from helping
course,
you.
I mean,
He's left from helping you to do an album that
It's
you're
a
gonna
cheap
release
shot, man.
during the same time that he's doing his album and getting in the way of his shit,
this guy.
and then you're gonna do this. So that's where Duppy came from.
That's some crazy
Yes.
shit.
And then this guy had to go and do this. So but I think people want to see the man lose. People want to see him lose.
They always
people-
want to see the man.
And
You
it's
were
a
right. People are
calculated
waiting
move.
for
It's,
it.
it's all if you put it all together. This is all a very calculated effort.
You
to-
have it
to put
everywhere.
him out.
You have it in sports, and you have it in rap. Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah, the thing that amuses me is seeing mainstream or the popular fans or just the mainstream group of fans reacting to this shit. They are just really wondering like, what the fuck is going on? People don't know what hip hop is. People are really surprised about this shit. This has been happening for years. Like beefs have never been easy. Beefs have never been light. But yeah, right now we have one in the mainstream, and the mainstream is part of this shit.
Yeah,
I love it when he's angry.
I saw the thing you posted in Dutch media. Even Dutch media is posting him.
Even foreign media is posting it, like NOS at our here.
When is Dutch media? When is NOS care
Posted
about
like
this?
they posted like a small explanation of what is happening. They posted the blackface picture, like
You know why they did it? No, NOS. Why did they post the blackface?
Yeah, I know what he's gonna do. Go ahead.
Yeah.
No, seriously, go ahead.
It's right to Pete.
Yeah, I know.
That whole
Yeah,
discussion again.
in
Now
the
they're all
comments.
righteous.
In the comments, I saw
the
it
whole
again.
debate about Black Pete. Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Like
That's
in the
the only
Netherlands,
reason.
that's like a huge thing. And
It's a holiday where people do this for fun. So,
yes,
I'm not,
Yeah,
I'm
people
not even
know.
going to do that.
we're not going. We're never going to talk about that.
Yeah,
topic.
we're never.
we don't
nothing
give a
to
shit
do
about
with
that.
that.
Like to be honest, we don't give a
I
fuck.
had nothing to do with that. But
Let's go into Daytona. Let's go into the album itself.
You want to talk?
Pusha T.
Is there not anything about? Yeah, let's go into the album.
So anyway, that was that's the Drake beef. Drake will come back. Drake fans, stay strong. OVO 6.
And he says he's not a stan. And he keeps
hold
saying
it
he's not a
down.
stan.
Hold it down, guys. Don't lose confidence. He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Shit.
Scorpion coming out in June.
You're gonna
Make
be
sure
the
you buy it.
spokesperson.
Make sure you support it.
buy it.
Oliver manages a Drake fan
Make
account.
sure you.
You're going to have a GoFundMe for Drake?
Make sure you,
Every fake
make
Drake
sure you buy the
account.
album, guys. Scorpion coming out
you
June.
going-
What day
you-
is Scorpion coming out? Look it up.
Look
I'm
it
not
up.
going to
Look it up. Look it up. Seriously, just
He's
look it
the
up.
enemy right now.
Like a side note, every
Coming out in June.
every fake Drake impersonator account that's on Instagram that commented or liked your pictures, it's him. he manages that.
Listen, man.
Now, Scorpion is not coming out in June. Let's be real.
They're gonna say like, oh,
Like,
we changed
Buy
the
the
things.
album when it comes out.
No,
Buy it when it comes out.
Like think about where Drake is right now. Drake had a whole rollout plan. He had the Adidas line plan. He had the Apple Music. He always does some shit. Probably had a few OVO radio episodes planned where he would roll out some shit like he did with Future, like he did with Nice for What, like he did with More Life. He did the whole
Yeah, you got
Apple
these
Music
hits.
roll. Yeah,
one single.
he did the whole Apple Music rollout. He cannot do that shit anymore.
No.
So everything that needs to be postponed, they need to record new OVO sound
it's a whole-
episodes. They need to. Will he still get the Adidas line? That is also that's also a thing.
Yeah,
'Cause
people are extremely sensitive right now.
People are saying that Adidas is maybe not cool with people on their label on their roster beefing with each other because Pusha has a shoe line with Adidas. Kanye has the whole Yeezy line. If Drake is also there and they're beefing, they don't want to have that in their company. So he's maybe losing that shit also.
Holy
That's
shit,
what people
those
are saying.
sponsors.
So
Let's see how it develops.
Yeah, because the Adidas release. We haven't talked. Sorry, the Adidas release was going to be called Adidon,
yeah,
which is this named after his son. His son's name is Adonis.
Yeah, which is the
So exactly,
Drake was
So
Drake was
Name
put-
now
yeah.
they fucked up the whole release.
But
Yeah.
you need to
It was gonna be named
imagine.
after
You
his
need to
son.
imagine.
And now it's gonna be named after the song. So how are you? I'm
Yeah.
Adidas. So you're working for Adidas right now, right?
this is genius.
You're the marketing executive at Adidas, right?
Yeah.
You're releasing a new line. The thing is called Adidon. Whenever people Google
I'm
Adidon,
not
they see this
sleeping.
picture.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
sleeping.
Whenever
I am
people Google
not
Adidon, the new Adidas release, they see this picture. You still do calling it that?
Anxiety attacks.
Imagine
You can't still
Drake-
call it that.
Drake was
No.
supposed to.
Let's just change the name.
This is going a little bit into sneaker talk, but Drake was supposed to drop a Jordan, custom Jordan 4, and they postponed that. They postponed that because there were talks of Drake joining Adidas. So because of that, you saw pictures of Drake wearing Jordan stuff every now and then Adidas stuff, and there was this whole talk. So he was working up to it. He was everybody knew he was going for Adidas. He was working up to it. The Jordans were postponed. The OVO Jordans were postponed, and then everybody thought like this or next week he would release the Adidas line, and then all of this shit happened.
I mean, we're living in the internet era. We're living in the era of hashtags and search terms. People will Google Adidon. They're gonna see this picture.
He lost his
And
deal.
then associating that with your Adidas brand, they're not gonna do it.
You need to
They're gonna have to cancel the fucking thing.
you need to think about how
They're gonna have to
quick
cancel.
these products needs to be finished. Probably they already have quite a few in the warehouse already sitting there
But
with the Adidon stitched on
They
it.
have to change
You
the
get
whole
the
fucking
plan.
thing.
You get the marketing plan. You get the release plan. The album. You got the whole publishing plan.
Exactly.
All of that.
All
is
of this
messed up right
Apple
now.
Music. He's a main feature in Apple Music. Like they probably had shit planned for him to perform at the Apple release for the new phones later this year in the fall. That shit is also not going through then.
Nah, you're exaggerating. Why
I
not?
don't know about that.
Why not?
If he doesn't drop the album,
Oh, if he doesn't drop the
If
album,
the-
no,
if-
sure. If he doesn't
if
drop
he
the
does,
album,
if he
sure.
doesn't drop the album,
He can still perform.
Which songs?
do you
The old
think
shit?
Apple is like a squeaky
The
clean
old shit
company?
from 2 months ago?
Apple is a squeaky clean company. They don't.
All of a sudden, he doesn't have what songs? Old shit.
The old shit from last month. Now last month is old shit.
He
Nowadays.
will have to put. He will have to perform.
He's
nice
gonna
for
sing
what?
nice for what at the
Is he
Apple
going
thing.
to do? Is he
Still a
going to
hit.
do
He'll
God's
be like,
plan?
oh,
And
Still a hit. This still hits.
Apple is
When
nice for
people
what?
can't perform old songs.
Apple will pick a younger person with newer music. They will always.
Or they get Pusha T.
Like
That would be amazing.
during these press conferences, there are two kind of artists they do. Either the really new one, so they did Weekend one time and new songs of Weekend, or they pick a really old one. So they picked
The Weeknd isn't really.
The Weeknd is the most low
but
key
he-
guy in the world.
but he
Right now.
released new music at around that time.
Okay.
And they or either pick a older band, like what was it? I don't remember, Foo Fighters or something like that, and they did some older songs. So it's always one of those two. And right now they're pushing for. Apparently, Apple has their own publishing deal with artists right now, so they're publishing artists also right now. And I would assume they're using that. They're going to do that. Those kind of crop of people. So they want to show new people and new music. I don't think they're going to use Drake if Drake doesn't put out a new album. So it depends on if he wants to drop the album in June. Still,
I mean, he can still perform the songs and not necessarily release the album.
That doesn't make sense though.
he can still. You mean
For
single?
some of the
That's a
songs.
private event. Maybe it's a private
Yeah,
thing.
poor-
We
perform some of
completely
the
forgot
songs.
about I'm Upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
That was also
You know he's
to me,
upset. Right now.
yeah.
to me that was a dud. That was just
Yeah, I didn't do anything.
I didn't
to
understand
really.
why he put that out. That was weird.
Sometimes he does that, by the way, because he drops some hits, and then once in a while he throw in some weird shit, like when he freestyled the Lemon thing as well. Like that didn't have to happen, and
Yeah.
it wasn't that good. You liked
Like,
it though. I know.
You're in the middle of a beef. Why do you put out a new single?
Listen, man.
I think
Why-
that like confused him a little bit.
The single
whole
was
beef
not
thing.
even about the beef. It's called I'm
Yeah,
Upset.
I know,
Everybody
no.
think-
I know,
thought
I know.
he did a back-to-back kind of thing, and
No.
then I hear that shit, and I was just
What are you
angry.
doing?
You don't hit me with Duppy freestyle and then you bring up I'm Upset to me. Like
Yeah, W Freestyle was better.
yeah,
And it was a diss.
it
It
was
wasn't even planned.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like what's wrong with you?
Thanks for listening. Follow us on social media at 3_Angry Men on Instagram and Twitter. On Facebook, follow us at 3 Men Podcast. And on iTunes, please rate and subscribe and leave a review. Let us know what you thought.
Follow AirFM on Facebook and Twitter at official AirFM and on Instagram at air.fm.
Thank you very much.